Going nicely. Thanasi Kokonakis, straight out of the news. Let's bring him home.
Absolutely. Thanks so much, Tom. Well, sunny conditions again tomorrow. The weather details are right after the break with Jessica. First, though, a look at Friday's speed cameras.
Wake up and laugh with Adelaide's #1 breakfast show.
Rudits and Loz tomorrow on 104.7 Triple M.
For the latest Adelaide news and traffic.
Every worker has some money in super, and the good news is last year their money did well. Chant West figures show the median growth fund was up nearly 10% in 2023, while balance funds gained 8% and conservative funds 6%, all more than making up for their falls in 2022. And they always say in their ads that past performance is not a reliable indicator, but let's have a look anyway. Over the last 10 years, these are the top performing growth funds: Host Plus, Australian Super, Australian Retirement Trust, UniSuper and Cbus, all doing better than the median 7%. As for the share market today, down 0.6%, with the world's biggest miner, BHP, losing some ground. And the Australian dollar was mixed, but is buying 65.5 US cents this afternoon. Finally, NAB economists today confirmed that they think the next move from the Reserve Bank will eventually be a cut. And that puts 4 out of 4 of the big bank economists on the same page about that.
Thank you, Chris. Well, it's time for the weather. Here's Jessica.
Thanks, Kate. It's pretty windy down here by the coast, but at least we have seen the sun coming back out again this afternoon. We had a top in the low 20s today, so certainly mild conditions after our overnight low of around 12. Around the suburbs today, we sat, pretty easily in the low 20s. It was a cloudy day to start off with, but we did see the sun coming out again this afternoon. We reached tops in the low 20s, so we had 24 at Mawson Lakes and 22 at Noarlunga. Temperatures were pretty easy across our north today too. It was 28 at Port Augusta and Port Pirie, with southerlies keeping a lid on those temps. Kadina made 27, but it was cooler through the southeast with 20 at Mount Gambier. The next thing for us is this high pressure system floating in. That will gradually filter warmer air over us and bring out those temperature rises. Interstate tomorrow, there is the chance of a morning shower in Melbourne, and it should be cool at the tennis with 21. Brisbane is expecting a rainy, stormy day, but it should be sunny in Sydney. Clear skies are back on the cards for most of South Australia tomorrow, up to 33 degrees at Port Augusta and Port Pirie, and a clear 24 degrees for Port Lincoln. Warming up to 31 at Maitland, a dry 29 for Nirrayutpa and Rehn. Still a little cloud around the southeast, and 24 for Mount Gambier. On local waters, east to southeasterlies around 10 knots, tending south to southwesterly 10 to 15 knots in the early afternoon. Plenty of sun around Adelaide tomorrow, and warming temperatures up to 30 at Elizabeth, 28 at Mount Barker and 27 at Noarlunga. In the city, we're going for a top of 29 degrees, so that's the beginning of that warming trend. And then after that, we climb further on Saturday, in fact, up into the mid-30s. We drop back down again on Sunday into the high 20s, and then we start warming up again for the beginning of next week, and we'll probably get into the high 30s there too. There's still a little bit of uncertainty with that forecast, but long story short, generally speaking, it's getting hotter.
I'm looking forward to it. Thank you, Jessica. And that's all from the 9 Adelaide team for this Thursday. Great to have you company.
We'll take you back to Melbourne Park now for the tennis. Enjoy your evening.
Good night.